What if I told you there are specific neighborhoods in South Florida where your kids can attend public schools rated 8, 9, or 10 on greatschools.org that consistently outperform 90% of Florida schools? These aren't private schools charging $30,000 a year. These are public schools that rival the best private institutions. But here's the catch. Many new arrivals overlook these school zones when choosing where to live. Today I'm breaking down the top 5 public school hotspots that could change your family's future. But first, let me tell you about the costly mistake that trips up most families making this move. Why most families get this wrong. Most families moving to South Florida make one huge mistake that costs their kids years of quality education. They fall in love with a beautiful home near the beach or get excited about a great deal on a house with a pool. They think about shopping centers and restaurants. They consider drive times to work, but they completely forget to check which school their kids will actually attend. I see this happen all the time with families I help relocate to Florida. I'm Gino Santa Rosa, I'm your Florida realtor, and if you want more information about my services, just click on that QR code at the bottom of my screen and let's get in touch with each other. If you want to set up a time on my calendar link is in the description box below. Let's get into the program. Here's what most people don't realize. You can have 2 neighborhoods that look identical on the surface, same home, same prices, same amenities, and same distance to everything you want, but one neighborhood feeds into a school rated 9 out of 10, while the other sends kids to a school rated 3 out of 10. We're talking about schools that are literally 3 blocks apart from each other. The difference in your child's education quality is massive. Take Somerset Academy, Miramar South, which ranks as the number 2 charter elementary and number 5 overall elementary school in Florida according to US News data. Kids attending this school have dramatically different educational opportunities compared to lower rated schools just miles away. The school zone you end up in can completely change your child's academic trajectory. School zones in Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach each use different boundary and magnet rules, making it easy to end up in the wrong zone. Some areas let you choose between multiple schools. Others assign you to one specific school based on your exact address. Some counties offer magnet programs that change everything, and most families moving from other states have no idea how complex this system actually is. Greatschools.org ratings of 8, 9, or 10 reflect schools with above average test scores and strong student progress metrics. These ratings tell you everything about what your child can expect from their educational experience. Schools with top ratings can change your child's future college prospects dramatically. They offer more advanced placement courses, better college counseling, and stronger recommendation letters. The long-term impact on your child's career and earning potential is huge, so don't make the mistake. Somerset Academy, Miramar South's number 5 statewide ranking shows exactly the kind of outcome these top-rated schools deliver. Smart families know there are specific neighborhoods in South Florida that give you access to these elite public schools. These areas exist in every single county, but they're not always where you'd expect them to be. Some of the best school zones are in communities that cost 30% less than the famous beachfront areas. Others are in newer developments that most people haven't even discovered yet. The key is knowing exactly where these boundaries are drawn. If you want to know more about the top schools, you can contact me, Gino Santa Rosa. My number is down below, 561-871-1889. You can text me, WhatsApp me, or call me anytime and let's chat. Now, the families who get this right do their homework first. They research school zones before they even start looking at houses. They identify the top-rated schools in their target area, then they find homes within those specific boundaries. They understand that the right school zone adds value to their home investment while giving their kids the best possible education. They know that paying a little more for the right address saves them thousands in private school tuition later on. Now let me show you exactly where these hidden gems are located, starting with Broward County community that delivers something truly special. So let's count down the top 5 hotspots. Coral Springs. Magic Coral Springs has something that even wealthy Boca Raton struggles to match. What makes this place special isn't the fancy shopping or beachfront views. It's the fact that this entire community was designed from day one with education as a top priority. While other cities grew organically and figured out schools later, Coral Springs planned everything around creating the best possible learning environment for kids. Now, most people think they need to pay private school prices for top education, but Coral Springs proves them completely wrong. This city shows you can get elite level education through the public school system without breaking the budget. The community leaders understand completely here something important when they designed this place back in the 60s. They knew that great schools create great communities, and great communities attract the kind of families who care about their kids' futures. Westchester Elementary School stands out as one of the top-rated schools in all of Broward County according to greatschools.org data. This school consistently delivers results that puts it ahead of schools in much more expensive areas. The test scores, parent satisfaction ratings, and college readiness metrics all point to one thing. Kids who attend Westchester Elementary get the kind of education that sets them up for success in middle school, high school, and beyond. The city's master planning created something you don't see in most Florida communities. Multiple school options exist within walking distance for many families. This wasn't an accident. The planners specifically designed neighborhoods so that kids could walk to school safely. They created school zones that make sense geographically. They ensured that high-performing schools serve multiple neighborhoods, giving families real choices about where to live. Now here's what the test score data shows about Coral Springs schools. These schools outperform state averages by significant margins in reading, math, and science. The students score 15 to 20 points higher than the Florida average on standardized tests. The college readiness rates exceed state averages by 25%. These numbers matter because they translate directly into better opportunities for your kids when they apply to colleges and universities down the road. The home price sweet spot in Coral Springs gives you something rare in South Florida. You get access to quality education without paying the premium you'd face in other top-rated school areas. The neighborhood zone for Westchester Elementary include Grenadier Estates, Westchester Lakes, Grenadier Lakes, and Westchester. Homes in these areas typically cost 20 to 30% less than comparable properties in Boca Raton or higher-end school districts. You're getting better schools for way less money. The community culture here supports education in ways that go beyond just the schools themselves. Parents actively participate in school activities and fundraising. Local businesses sponsor educational programs and events, and the city government prioritizes funding for educational facilities and programs. This creates an environment where learning extends beyond the classroom walls. Safety statistics in Coral Springs school zones rank among the best in South Florida as well. Check this out. Crime rates stay consistently low in the neighborhoods surrounding the top schools. School security measures meet or exceed state requirements. And parents, they feel confident sending their kids to school and letting them participate in after-school activities. Coral Springs offers the perfect entry point for families wanting top schools without breaking the bank. You get proven educational results, safe neighborhoods, reasonable home prices, and a community that truly supports learning. Now, this combination is hard to find anywhere else in South Florida, but there's another community that takes a completely different approach to achieving the same result. Before we get into hotspot number 4, if you can, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell to stay up to date with all my latest episodes. Hotspot number 4, Wellington's hidden power. Wellington in Palm Beach County has quietly become the secret weapon for families who know where to look. Wellington might be famous as the equestrian capital of the United States, but smart families are discovering something even more valuable than prize-winning horses here. This community offers access to some of the best public schools in all of Florida, and many new arrivals completely overlook this opportunity. Wellington built its reputation around world-class horse shows and million-dollar equestrian events, and the Winter Equestrian Festival brings the wealthy from around the globe every single year. People see the polo fields and horse farms and think this place is only for the super rich. While everyone else focuses on the horse shows and celebrity sightings, smart families are moving here for a completely different reason. They understand that Wellington's secret weapon isn't in the stables, it's in the classroom. Wellington Elementary School consistently ranks among the top elementary schools in Palm Beach County, with grade schools ratings of 8 or higher. The school earns ratings that put it ahead of schools in much more expensive areas like Palm Beach and Jupiter. Parents who send their kids to Wellington Elementary see test scores that exceed state averages by significant margins here. The school's college readiness programs start in elementary grades, giving kids a head start that continues through middle school and high school. Wellington Landing's middle school takes things to the next level with programs that rival what you'd find at expensive private schools. The school offers advanced placement courses that most public middle schools can't even provide. Students have access to STEM programs, arts education, and leadership development opportunities. The teacher-to-student ratios, this is important, stay lower than most other Palm Beach County schools. This means your kids get more individual attention and support here. The community's affluent tax base creates something special for public education. Wellington's high property values and wealthy residents generate tax revenues that funds programs most public schools can only dream about. The schools get funding for technology upgrades, specialized teachers, and enrichment programs. Your kids benefit from resources that typically cost thousands of dollars at private schools, but you're getting them through the public system. Wellington also offers something pretty unique in South Florida. You get a rural feel with suburban school quality. The community's focus on youth development extends far beyond just academics though. Wellington invests in sports programs, arts, education, and community service, opportunities for kids. Local businesses support school fundraising and educational initiatives. And parents, they find a community that truly cares about helping every child succeed. Property values in Wellington's top school zones remain stable even during market downturns. Homes near Wellington Elementary and Wellington Landings Middle School hold their values better than properties in other areas. You're not just buying a house here, you're investing in a community that prioritizes education and maintains high standards for everything they do. Wellington proves you can have small town charm with big city educational opportunities, and you get proven academic results, safe communities, stable property values, and a lifestyle that many families dream about. But there's a place in Broward County where the public school game is being played by completely different rules. Before we get into hotspot number 3, if you see that QR code at the bottom of my screen, please scan it, fill in your information, and I'll send you a copy of my South Florida Black Book with all the top communities to purchase it. Hotspot number 3, Davie's Charter School Revolution. Davie has created something that's changing how families think about public education in Broward County. Most people drive through Davie and see the horse farms and rural roads. They think it's just another quiet town in western Broward County. But families who know what to look for understand that Davie has become home to some of the most innovative and successful charter schools in all of Florida. Davie has concentrated multiple top-performing charter schools in one area, giving families choices that most communities can't even offer. You're not stuck with just one assigned school based on your address. Instead, you can choose between several excellent options, each with different teaching approaches and specialized programs. This concentration of quality charter schools creates something special. It forces each school to compete and innovate to attract the best students and families. Charter schools get a bad reputation in many parts of the country, and I understand why. Some charter schools fail to deliver on their promises. Others focus more on profit than education, but Davie's Charter Network is rewriting the rules and showing what happens when charter schools are done right. These schools combine the best of both worlds. They get public funding like traditional schools, but they operate with the flexibility and innovation you'd expect from private schools. Somerset Academy Davie stands out as the crown jewel of this charter revolution. According to U.S. News and World Report, this school ranks as the number 7 charter elementary school in all of Florida and number 18 among all elementary schools statewide. Think about what that means. This public charter school is outperforming thousands of other schools across Florida, including expensive private schools that charge $20,000 or more per year. Your kids get that level of education for free through the public system. These schools achieve their success by combining public funding with private school innovation. Somerset Academy Davie operates with greater autonomy than traditional public schools. They can hire teachers based on merit rather than just seniority. They can design specialized curricula that meet their students' specific needs. They can implement teaching methods and school structures that traditional public schools often can't try due to district regulations. This flexibility lets them tailor programs to help every student succeed. And the student progress data from Davie's charter schools shows year-over-year improvement rates that exceed state averages. Kids who attend these schools consistently score higher on standardized tests. They take more advanced courses, they get accepted to competitive high schools at higher rates, and the academic outcome speaks for themselves, and families are taking notice. The enrollment process for charter schools in Davie requires some planning, but it's not complicated. Most charter schools have open enrollment periods during specific times of the year, and families, they need to research application procedures and deadlines for each school they're interested in. Some schools use lottery systems if they receive more applications in available spaces. The key here is getting your application in early and understanding each school's specific requirements. One thing I want to mention is Davie offers families something most communities can't provide. Multiple charter options within the public system gives parents real choice about their kids' education. You can pick a school that matches your child's learning style, interests, and academic goals. The competition between these schools benefits everyone, and each school works hard to attract and keep the best families. They invest in better programs, hire excellent teachers, and maintain high academic standards. Davie proves that school choice done right can deliver exceptional results for every single family. But there is another Broward County community that's achieved something even more remarkable. Let's get into hotspot number 2. But before we get into number 2, don't forget to smash that like button, hit that bell to stay up to date with all my latest episodes, and click subscribe if you don't mind. Let's get into number 2. Hotspot number 2, Miramar's Rising Star. Miramar has quietly become home to the number 2 elementary charter school in all of Florida, and most people have never even heard of it. This community has become one of the best kept secrets in South Florida education. While others get all the attention and publicity, smart families from Miami-Dade, Palm Beach County, and beyond are discovering what Miramar has to offer. This isn't just another suburban community with decent schools. This is a place that's redefining what's possible in public education. Miramar operates as the hidden gem that's attracting families who do their homework before making a move. These aren't families who get distracted by flashy marketing or famous zip codes. They're the ones who spend time researching school ratings, test scores, and long-term academic outcomes. They understand that the right school can change their child's entire future, and they're willing to look beyond the obvious choices to find the best opportunity. While everyone flocks to more famous areas like Coral Gables, Aventura, or Boca Raton, smart families are quietly moving to Miramar for reasons that most people don't even understand. They see past the marketing and the reputation. They focus on the data and the results. They know that paying extra for a prestigious address doesn't always translate into better education for their kids. Miramar proves that sometimes the best opportunities exist in places that don't get all the headlines. Somerset Academy Miramar South has achieved something incredible that puts it ahead of thousands of other schools across Florida. According to U.S. News and World Report, this school has earned the number 2 ranking for elementary charter schools statewide. Think about what that means. Out of hundreds of charter schools across Florida, only one school performs better than Somerset Academy Miramar South. Your kids get access to this level of education through the public system without paying private school tuition. The story gets even better when you look at how this school compares to all elementary schools in Florida, not just charter schools. Somerset Academy Miramar South secured the number 5 position among all elementary schools in the state of Florida, according to U.S. News and World Report. This school is outperforming traditional public schools and expensive private schools across the entire state. You're getting top-tier education that rivals what families pay $25,000 per year to access at elite private schools. Miramar's rapid growing and new housing developments near top schools create opportunities for families who act quickly. The city is experiencing significant development as more families discover what this area offers. New communities are being built within the school zones for top-rated schools. Home prices remain reasonable here compared to other areas with similar school quality. You can still get into these neighborhoods before prices increase to match school ratings. Let's talk about the city's location. It gives families easy access to everything South Florida offers while keeping them close to exceptional schools. You can reach Miami, Fort Lauderdale, or West Palm Beach within reasonable drive times, but your kids attend school in a community that prioritizes education above everything else. Miramar represents accessible excellence for every family regardless of income level or background. You get proven results, community support, and educational opportunities that prepare your kids for success in college and beyond. But what I discovered about your number 1 hotspot completely changed how I think about South Florida education. Hotspot number 1, the Miami-Dade Miracle Somerset Academy in South Miami, which has achieved something that puts it ahead of every other elementary school in Miami-Dade County. This charter school earned the top spot for elementary schools throughout the entire county. Think about what that means. Out of hundreds of elementary schools serving nearly 400,000 students, Somerset Academy at SoMi performs better than all of them. Your kids get access to the number 1 elementary education in one of America's largest schools. The story gets even better when you look at statewide rankings. Somerset Academy also secured the number 3 position for best elementary school in all of Florida, according to U.S. News and World Report. This school is outperforming elementary schools in wealthy districts across the entire state. You're getting top-tier education that rivals what families in Naples, Sarasota, or Jacksonville pay premium prices to access. This isn't just good for Miami-Dade County, this is elite level education by any standard. Somerset Academy at SoMi also claimed the #1 ranking among charter schools throughout Florida. Out of hundreds of charter schools across the state, this school performs better than all of them. The school serves students from kindergarten through 8th grade, providing a comprehensive educational experience that maintains excellence across all grade levels. But let's talk about Doral Academy of Technology, which brings middle school excellence to this incredible area now. This charter school earned recognition as a #1 middle school in Miami-Dade County and the #1 middle school charter in Florida. The achievements don't stop there. Doral Academy of Technology secured the 2nd position for the best middle school in the entire state of Florida. Your kids transition from the #3 elementary school in Florida to the #2 middle school in Florida, which is fantastic news. These schools are achieving 90th percentile results with diverse student populations that represent the real Miami-Dade community. The students come from different income levels, ethnic backgrounds, and family situations. These aren't exclusive schools that only work for wealthy families or kids who come in already prepared. These schools take students from all backgrounds and help every single one of them achieve academic success that prepares them for competitive high schools and top universities. The specific neighborhoods that give access to these elite schools include areas of South Miami and Doral that most people drive past without realizing what's available. These communities offer reasonable home prices compared to other areas with similar school quality. You can find properties within the school zones for these top-rated schools without paying the premium you'd face in Coral Gables or other prestigious areas. This area proves that South Florida is quietly becoming America's next great education destination. The combination of excellent weather, diverse communities, reasonable living costs, and world-class education creates something special here. Families from across the country are discovering what's possible when you focus on results rather than reputation. Now that you know where these educational hotspots are located, you need to understand the financial reality that makes this opportunity even more compelling. So in conclusion, these educational hotspots offer something most families never even expected to find in South Florida. You get access to schools that consistently outperform 90% of Florida schools without paying private school tuition. The financial advantage is clear. Families save about $25,000 per year on educational costs while their kids attend schools that rival the most expensive private institutions. Here's what you need to do right now. Go to greatschools.org and check ratings for schools in your target areas. Look for schools rated 8, 9, or 10. Verify current school zone boundaries because they do change, and contact me for detailed neighborhood maps showing exactly which streets feed into these top schools. Don't wait on these decisions. These areas are getting discovered fast, and home prices will catch up to school quality soon. Don't forget to click subscribe and hit that bell to stay up to date. And if you're looking for properties here in South Florida and need my help, visit my website at ginosantarosa.com and send me your info. Or you can text me at 561-871-1889 or call me anytime. Thanks for watching. I'm Gino Santa Rosa with North to South Realty.